Good morning all of you. I hope all of you are fit and fine. In this video, we will continue our chapter Computer Networks of class 12th. So today we will learn about the new topic that is switching technique. Let's begin with the introduction of switching. In large networks, there can be multiple paths from sender to receiver. The switching technique will decide the best route for data transmission. Switching technique is used to connect the system for making one-to-one communication. Let's see the types of switching technique. So there are basically three types of switching techniques which are used to provide communication between two computers. Number one, circuit switching, number two, packet switching, and number third, message switching. Let's understand all these types one by one. Number one, circuit switching. Circuit switching is a switching technique that establishes a dedicated path between sender and receiver. In the circuit switching technique, once the connection is established, then the dedicated path will remain to exist until the connection is terminated. Circuit switching in a network operates in a similar way as the telephone works. A complete end-to-end path must exist before the communication takes place. In case of circuit switching technique, when any user wants to send the data, voice, video, a request signal is sent to the receiver, then the receiver sends back the acknowledgement to ensure the availability of the dedicated path. After receiving the acknowledgement, dedicated path transfers the data. Circuit switching is used in public telephone network. It is used for voice transmission. Fixed data can be transferred at a time in circuit switching technology. We have three phases while communication through circuit switching. Number one, circuit establishment. Number two, data transfer. And number three, circuit disconnect. I hope it's clear to all of you. So let's move on to the second switching technique, that is packet switching. The packet switching is a switching technique in which the message is sent in one go, but it is divided into smaller pieces and they are sent individually. The message splits into smaller pieces known as packets, and packets are given a unique number to identify their order at the receiving end. Every packet contains some information in its headers such as source address, destination address, and sequence number. Packets will travel across the network taking the shortest path as possible. All the packets are reassembled at the receiving end in correct order. If any packet is missing or corrupted, then the message will be sent to resend the message. If the correct order of the packets is reached, then the acknowledgement message will be sent. I hope packet switching is clear to all of you. So let's move on to our next switching technique, that is message switching. Message switching is a switching technique in which a message is transferred as a complete unit and routed through intermediate nodes at which it is stored and forwarded. In message switching technique, there is no establishment of a dedicated path between the sender and receiver. The destination address is appended to the message. Message switching provides a dynamic routing as the message is routed through the intermediate nodes based on the information available in the message. Message switches are programmed in such a way so that they can provide the most efficient routes. Each and every node stores the entire message and then forward it to the next node. This type of network is known as store and forward network. Message switching treats each message as an independent entity. I hope it's clear to all of you. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.